Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we have some exciting stories lined up for you. First off, aviation fans in Hong Kong were treated to a rare sight as an Airbus A300-608ST Beluga made its debut landing in the city. This unique aircraft, designed for transporting large airplane components, caused quite a stir among enthusiasts and photographers, with some even taking to the waters to capture the moment. In another intriguing development, researchers have unearthed what could be remnants of a shrine from the Japanese occupation era in the Zoological and Botanical Gardens. Historians are buzzing about this potential discovery, but officials have labeled it as mere conjecture for now. The significance of this find could shed light on a lesser-known period in Hong Kong's history, but we'll have to wait for more verification. Lastly, the education scene in Hong Kong is buzzing as public universities have announced a significant increase in non-local student admissions. With the government doubling the intake limit, universities are set to welcome a wave of international students, enhancing the diversity of the academic environment. This is an exciting time for education in Hong Kong. Please stay tuned for more detailed content. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong aviation enthusiasts were thrilled to witness the rare arrival of an Airbus A300-608ST Beluga at the city's airport. This unique aircraft, named after the Arctic whale, is specifically designed to transport large components of airplanes from Airbus's manufacturing sites in the UK and Germany to its headquarters in Toulouse, France. The Beluga's visit, which was possibly the first of its kind in Hong Kong, sparked excitement among photographers and social media users alike, prompting some residents to rent sampan boats to capture the moment from the waters nearby. After landing at around 6:46 p.m., the aircraft's stay was brief, departing for Qingdao just a few hours later, leaving behind a buzz of activity and a flurry of selfies shared online by cargo workers. In another fascinating discovery, South China Morning Post highlights the unearthing of what researchers believe to be remnants of a shrine from the Japanese occupation era in Hong Kong. Located within the Hong Kong Zoological and Botanical Gardens, these stone structures are considered significant as they offer a rare glimpse into a period of history that has few surviving artifacts. Historians, including Stanley Lee Chuk-yen, have pointed out features typical of a Japanese shrine, such as a passageway flanked by stone bases for guardian sculptures and a raised platform for ceremonial activities. Despite the excitement surrounding the find, the Antiquities and Monuments Office has labeled the discovery as conjecture, emphasizing the need for further verification to establish its historical value. With a significant policy shift, South China Morning Post reveals that Hong Kong's public universities are gearing up to welcome a larger influx of non-local students following the government's decision to double their intake limits. This change will allow universities to increase their non-local student admissions from 20% to 40%, effectively raising the total number of available spots from 15,000 to approximately 30,000 by the 2024-25 academic year. Institutions like the University of Hong Kong and Hong Kong University of Science and Technology have already reported a notable rise in non-local student proportions, with some universities anticipating increases of nearly 200% in their first-year non-local admissions. As universities aim to diversify their student populations, they are also planning promotional efforts abroad, including a delegation trip to France, to position Hong Kong as a premier study destination for international students. South China Morning Post highlights the Indonesia Open as a pivotal event for the Asian Tour, showcasing the evolving landscape of golf in Asia. Despite its modest prize pool and historical fluctuations, the tournament has become a platform for emerging talents like Samson Jing and Tai Chi Ko, who are navigating their careers across multiple tours. Zheng, fresh from college, reflects on the unique opportunities available to young players, expressing gratitude for the support from the Asian Tour as he juggles various tournaments. The event signifies a broader ambition for the tour, aiming to enhance its reputation while nurturing local talent to compete on a global stage, as evidenced by the rising competitiveness of its fields. South China Morning Post also delves into the transformation of a village house on Lama Island by Aviation, illustrating a remarkable journey from a dilapidated structure to a serene minimalist home. The couple behind the project sought a retreat from the chaos of urban life, and with the guidance of architect Ketty Shan, they embraced a design ethos of quiet design that harmonizes with the natural surroundings. The meticulous renovation involved overcoming challenges such as limited access to materials and the pandemic, ultimately resulting in a space that balances modern comforts with a tranquil aesthetic. Each detail, from the layout to the choice of materials, reflects their desire for a mindful lifestyle, culminating in a home that invites reflection and connection with nature. Nikkei Asia reports on the resurgence of Macau's casino industry as it approaches pre-pandemic revenue levels, yet faces challenges from a crackdown on unlicensed money changers crucial to its operation. Major casino operators have reported significant revenue growth, with Melco International Development and SJM Holdings leading the way. However, the tightening of regulations has raised concerns about potential impacts on the industry, as authorities aim to combat capital outflows amid economic uncertainties in China. The political landscape in Macau is also shifting, with the chief executive's unexpected decision not to seek re-election, adding to the uncertainty. As Macau grapples with these changes, the future of its gambling-dependent economy hangs in the balance, prompting discussions about diversification and sustainable growth. South China Morning Post, Derek Yi Tung Sing, a director who rose to prominence in the 1990s with romantic dramas, made a significant mark in the 2000s with his crime films that blend human emotion with gritty realism. His film One Night in Mongkok, 2004, stands out as a raw portrayal of the triad underworld, contrasting sharply with the glorified depictions of gang life in earlier works. Yi's narrative is grounded in reality, inspired by a police officer's story about a hitman's arrest, and he spent 3 years crafting a script that focuses on the struggles of a killer and a prostitute navigating the dark streets of Mongkok. The film's unvarnished violence and lack of romanticism reflect Yi's intent to depict the grim realities of criminal life. South China Morning Post, in Protégé, 2007, Yi continued to explore the depths of human experience through the lens of the drug trade, emphasizing the moral decay associated with narcotics rather than sensational action. Daniel Wu stars as Nick, an undercover cop who becomes entangled in the drug lord Quinn's operations while grappling with the consequences of his choices. The film is noted for its ethical stance on drug use, showcasing the devastating impact on individuals like the struggling addict Van. Yi's dedication to authenticity is evident through his extensive research, as he immersed himself in the lives of addicts and law enforcement to create a narrative that is both compelling and thought-provoking. South China Morning Post, Yi's 2010 film Triple Tap marks a shift to a heist thriller while maintaining his social commentary on the influence of money and power. The plot revolves around Quan, a sharpshooter who becomes embroiled in a robbery and faces moral dilemmas when his actions are scrutinized. The film effectively blends high-octane action with psychological depth, illustrating how financial motivations can corrupt even the most virtuous individuals. As Yi reflects on the societal issues in Hong Kong, he continues to craft stories that resonate with audiences, ultimately establishing a legacy that intertwines entertainment with meaningful discourse. South China Morning Post highlights the dynamic relationship between pop icon Pink and her daughter, Willow Sage Hart, who at just 13 years old, is already making waves in the music scene. Recently, the mother-daughter duo captivated audiences at the 2024 Democratic National Convention with a poignant performance of What About Us, following a heartfelt discussion on gun violence in schools. Willow, who has shown a flair for the arts by touring with her mother and starring in a production of Bye Bye Birdie, also harbors dreams of becoming a trauma surgeon, inspired by her love for medical dramas. Pink has been a supportive figure, even creating a PowerPoint to help Willow embrace her unique beauty amidst her struggles with self-image, showcasing their strong bond and shared punk spirit. In a surprising turn of events, Stephanie Grisham, former White House press secretary under Donald Trump, has shifted her political allegiance, now endorsing Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris. During her speech at the Democratic National Convention, Grisham candidly criticized Trump, revealing the inner workings of his administration and his disdain for supporters, referring to them as basement dwellers. Once a loyal Trump ally, her transformation into a political commentator has garnered significant attention, especially as she recounts her experiences working in a tumultuous environment that she describes as filled with fear and manipulation. Grisham's revelations, including her resignation following the Capitol riots, paint a complex picture of her tumultuous relationship with the Trump family. Lady Mary Charteris, a celebrated DJ and model, is at the center of recent media buzz due to her connections with high-profile figures and her reputation as a socialite. The daughter of an earl, she has navigated the glamorous yet scrutinized world of the elite, often finding herself embroiled in controversies, such as allegedly upsetting Victoria Beckham and being pushed into a pool by Kate Moss over jealousy. Despite her privileged background, Charteris has insisted that her connections did not guarantee her success in the modeling industry. Her wedding to Robbie Furs was a star-studded affair attended by celebrities, exemplifying her status in the social scene. However, her lifestyle has not come without challenges, including health issues exacerbated by her party girl persona, which she has openly discussed, revealing the pressures of maintaining her image in the public eye. Telegraph reports that British GCSE textbooks have undergone significant edits to remove references to Taiwan following complaints from Chinese officials. The AQA GCSE Chinese textbook, originally published in 2016, described Taiwan's Yangmingshan National Park as part of the Republic of China. However, after receiving a complaint from the Chinese embassy in the UK, the publisher, Dragon's Teaching, altered the text to simply refer to the park as a very famous national park. This change reflects the Chinese Communist Party's stance that Taiwan is not an independent state and is integral to China. A former employee of the publishing company indicated that the revisions were made under pressure, highlighting the extent of CCP interference in educational materials in the UK. South China Morning Post highlights the upcoming Centerstage 2024 and the 43rd Hong Kong Watch and Clock Fair, set to take place in September at the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre. These events promise to be a vibrant showcase of fashion and horology, featuring over 250 brands and a wide array of activities, including the Centerstage Elites Gala, where renowned designer Robert One will unveil his latest collection. The fairs aim to address sustainability in fashion and showcase innovative designs in watchmaking, including a competition to foster new talent in the industry. Attendees can expect to see everything from luxury watches to cutting-edge smartwatch technology, with opportunities for networking and discussions on market trends. Telegraph reports that a significant battery storage project led by a former Chinese diplomat has received approval after a national security review. The initiative, involving an 80-megawatt facility near Grimsby, is a joint venture between KX Power, managed by Zhejiang, a former Goldman Sachs banker with ties to the Chinese government, and U.S. investment giant BlackRock. Despite scrutiny under national security laws, the project was allowed to proceed with conditions aimed at mitigating potential risks. This development comes amid increasing tensions between the UK and China, with the government previously blocking several Chinese investments. The battery facility is expected to store enough energy to power around 20,000 homes, marking a significant step in the UK's renewable energy landscape. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.